Ok. Y por ahí dicen que la tercera va la vencida. We're gonna try for the third time to do this Facebook Live with my friend Joyce. It's a positive talk with Wendy, and every time I get to do this Facebook Live, we're going to be talking about positive things because the world is going crazy and there's a lot of negativity out there and bad news, and we just want to, change a little bit, right? And I'm here to bring you a smile with tips, wonderful guests, ideas, etc. We're here waiting for Joyce. Hopefully she'll be able to connect. Hi, Rosali. We're trying this again. And so we're waiting here for Joyce. Let's see if it works. So like I was saying, we're going to be talking about positive things, even though this Facebook Live has been a little bit difficult, let's put it that way. But we're still staying positive, we're still smiling. And because if it doesn't work, I already have a plan B, maybe a possible plan C. And my plan D is just leave and write something positive for you, and that's it. Because you can only try as much as you can, right? A ver. Ya está. Ah. Vamos a ver. I'm gonna fix my hair. A ver. Esto está súper raro. Como que no voy a volver a hacer más Facebook. Yes, finally. Te acepté, ya te agregué. It's connecting. Okay.
Ahora sí.
Finally, yes.
Wow.
Oh my God, qué aventura.
Fue una aventura total, aventura.
Yeah, this might be my first or my last on Facebook.
Well, no, it's because everything has been updated. I guess we have to update. You have to update.
Yeah.
You have to update everything. I mean the app.
The app, and that's
How
why.
are you? How are you?
Good, and you?
Great. So glad.
So I was telling everyone that the main reason of this live is just to talk about positive things, because there's a lot of negativity going on, and there's a lot of bad news also. I mean, not everything is on our hand, and we want to change a little bit, or at least try to know how to process and how to take things with what's going on. And tell us a little bit about you. Tell everyone.
So, talking about what you're saying is that there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of fear going on. So, a lot of people are going through a lot of negativity. Not only what we hear in the news, what we hear as you go and see the masks, everybody's wearing so many masks. So, of course, it gives people a lot of fear and a lot of terror, right? We're not used to living like that. We're used to living free. We're used to living, with joy and not chaos, okay? So what do? I am a psychologist. I've been working as a psychologist for 16 years. But mostly what I do is energy work. I work with energy alchemy. What's alchemy? It's the transformation, or the process of a transformation of your energy. So as we encounter with people, as we connect with people, we feel vibes, right? Everybody knows what vibes
Exactly.
are, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
vibes are very important. If you know how to read vibes and if you know how to feel the vibes, then you understand what energy is. And so when you feel this a negative energy or a negative vibe, the process of energy alchemy is to give a transformation or elevate that negativity into a positive vibe or frequency, you know? So I fused science with spirituality so that people can understand that we need to know about the mind, but we also need to know about the energetic mind. Okay?
Definitely, definitely. I learned to believe in that actually with my best friend who's also a psychologist, and you know, I believe in God and all that, but it's that vibe, is that energy, is that extra. And once you understand this, when you really feel comfortable, you know, I believe a lot in the messages and the signs. When something doesn't happen or when something happens in a different way that you were waiting or expecting, that's a sign.
Of course.
And that's, I feel so lucky that I got to understand more or less what is that, because sometimes you are waiting for something or praying for something and God is not going to come and tell you, okay, Wendy, dale, do this, you know. So you need to kind of understand the signs.
I think that after doing this for 16 years, okay, and after growing up in a Catholic background and understanding and having also a minor in religion and understanding religion and the definition of God and the perception of God, it's a very broad definition for, because God could be many things for many people. In my case, when I speak about energy and universe and God, to me it's not separate. To me it's a whole. It's everything.
Exactly.
You see?
Exactly.
You can find God in nature. You can find God within your heart, because we are sparks of that. Do I see God as a person? In my philosophy, I don't. I see God as a divine energy. So within that divine energy, there is teachings and philosophies, and of course there's all of the masters of light that have come into the planet and taught us. But you know, positive energy is God. It's happiness, it's joy, it's everything.
Exactly. And talking about positivity and other things, the amazing things that you are talking about, you also told me that you wrote a book. It's not out there yet.
No.
But what's the title of the book? And tell us a little bit what the book is
So
about.
the book is called Spiritual Divorces. It's called Untangled, okay?
Uh-huh.
But
Oh,
yeah,
you just say the word and I'm like, oh,
I wanna
yeah.
I wanna get untangled. And the book came about because I was, you know, I do sessions for people every day, and I always ask people, how do you feel? And several people would tell me, oh my God, I feel untangled. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh. I'm like, that's a great way of expressing what you're
Yes,
feeling, the end result of a spiritual
exactly.
divorce. So a spiritual divorce is a method. It's a healing method that incorporates mind, psychotherapy, body, physical, meridian touch, okay? A
Okay.
soul, which means that it's your registry of everything that you've gone through. And we connect to all of your experiences, circumstances, and people, okay? It could be relationships, could be the death of a loved one, any trauma that has affected you in any of your lifetime, in your life, and it has marked you. We create soul filaments. So what is a soul filament or a soul web? Kind of like say Spider-Man, right? Like spider webs. We
Okay.
thread.
Okay.
We're always threading. So let's pretend you and I, we
Okay.
had a great relationship, and then we created great soul webs, and we're interconnected. All of a sudden, we stop speaking, and we have a discussion, and then we get untangled. We get totally tangled up. Then we never see each other again, but I'm still angry, you're angry, I'm resentful. I
Exactly.
have all these like negative feelings in my body, and I hate it, and then 5 years have passed and I still feel that. So what does that translate to? It translates that those webs are still connected, but they're not connected in alignment. They're not positive. So they're all like all tangled up, right? And so the spiritual technique, divorce technique, allows you to release those entanglements and release the emotion that is connected to the pain or the anger or the struggle. So what happens is that when you release it, okay, in therapy, and we go into a psychotherapy, we go into like a hypnosis kind of thing, okay? Why is it a hypnosis? Because it's a state of relaxation. So basically we are lowering your thought process, we are getting you out of the rational mind and getting you into your heart. And so no matter your religion, no matter your anything, your political views, heart has no religion, views, or anything. You basically feel what you feel. And when you take responsibility there, you can heal and transform your stories.
And what would you tell a patient that comes to you and tell you, Joyce, that sounds amazing, and that's exactly what I need to do with my relationship, any type of relationship, but I'm afraid because this is like speaking up and telling that other person how you feel or how you felt and try to, fix the problem, either to come back together or not, but at least to untangle, like you said. But sometimes we feel afraid to talk with that other person. What would you tell your patient
Well,
or me?
yeah.
What would you
Well,
tell
the
me?
good thing about doing a spiritual divorce is that you don't even have to talk to them. You
Okay, it's just for
you
yourself.
talk to them in a imaginary form. So as I put you and I close your eyes, I allow you to bring the person in front of you in your imagination. And
Okay.
so you speak to that person out loud. And why do I like people to speak out loud? Because you actually tell your brain, you go bypassing your analytical mind and you go into your mind structure, which is different than your brain. And when you're speaking
Exactly.
out loud to an energy, you're actually speaking to that person. And
Oh,
vibes are
wow.
felt. And after a spiritual divorce, two things can happen. Either you get closer again, or you completely neutralize the negative emotion and you release the person forever with no pain and no problem, no anger.
Nice. Is that something that you have been doing for years, right?
Years,
You just said.
16 years I've been in this.
And where do you do that? At people's houses,
No,
or you have a
I have a
place? How does
place.
it work?
I
Mm-hmm.
used to have a holistic center where, because I make my own essential oil products and I have my own natural products, but I
Nice.
decided to move it, and I moved it to the back of my home. I have a little 600 square foot cottage, and I have
Okay.
my offices, and I have my healing room and my massage table, and I have a whole setup for my patients to come in and work for treatments, all kinds of
Okay.
treatments.
And what days of the week do you have
Every
the
day, every single
every day?
day from 10 to 6, 7 o'clock, depending on the client. Sometimes I do it
Nice.
on weekends. Some people tell me I need a Saturday or a Sunday. So I make exceptions for people that they
Of
can't make it.
course. Exactly.
Yeah.
And now with everything going on now here, right? Between the coronavirus, between, political problems, a little bit of everything. We're not gonna get into
Right, right.
specific details, but what do you recommend to people that are watching right now? What advices or tips do you have for them, for all of us, to continue, in a positive way and happy and relax and not drowning on that cup of water, which are all the bad news.
Right, right. So, an easy way, very easy. You don't have to be a Zen teacher to know, is to go outside and walk in nature, you know? Something so simple is to take off your shoes, walk in your grass, connect to the trees, try to bypass your thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, bypass your thoughts and connect to the beauty that's outside. It's very easy. That's going to help you ground your energies. You can also sit on the grass, maybe close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, okay? The breath work is so important for the soul, okay? You have to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. See, what happens is that our autonomic system we're breathing automatically. So
Yeah.
we don't remember, we just breathe. But there's a difference.
We don't notice.
We don't notice. But there's a difference between breathing through your autonomic system and breathing consciously.
Exactly.
So like, let's do it together. We breathe in through our nose, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we're going to do it even better. We're going to breathe in, but we're going to, as we breathe in, we're going to breathe out any negativity that we want to get rid of. So let's say we have like a thought that we heard, and then we're like, this is driving me crazy, the news and this, and there's an outbreak and this, and all this stuff that is just distraction. It's distraction. We're going to breathe it in and breathe it out. And as we breathe out that fear. We breathe out the thoughts that we kept listening to and that we made them our own. Because those thoughts are not ours.
It's true. Oh my God.
They're not ours. So why are we bringing them into my existence? We need to let them out. Out. So out of mind, out of sight.
Exactly. That's why I try to avoid to watch the news.
I don't watch
as
news.
much as I can.
Because
as much as I can.
Everyone is experiencing this situation very differently.
Exactly.
So it is up to you to create your reality, you know, and you don't want that. You don't want to. So instead of putting news, put something positive. Put nice music on.
Exactly. And I'm afraid that some news channels or stations, they just want to talk about bad news because that's what it attracts.
That's what they
we
do.
Don't want
They're
that.
getting paid for
we
that.
We want to attract the positive and fold and trash the negative. Now, I have another question. There are people like me. All my questions are for me,
That's
and
fine.
then whoever wants to.
For sure.
There are people like me who likes to be guided.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I mean, sometimes I forgot to breathe. It's just that I'm breathing automatically. But sometimes we need to be guided. Like, is there any app that you suggest? Any book? Because sometimes we need the physical something to be guided, and we cannot go every day to yoga class or every day to a therapy.
I mean, I personally think that when you put earphones on and you go to YouTube and put in any meditation that you would like, let's say releasing negativity, releasing anxiety, and you close your eyes and just have a guided meditation from Deepak Chopra or anyone that you resonate with. You know, everything is, again, energy and a vibe. So if you hear something that makes sense for you, listen to it. You are the decider. And how do you decide? Through your intuition, through your gut. And you know when you like something and when you don't like something. So you listen to it and you close your eyes and you indulge in what you're listening to. And but one of the things that I teach, right? And I teach this and I tell my students that is to try to release all of your thoughts. That's a process in itself, you know, to release all this, right? So if we release it and then we put them in a little box in front of you, let's say you put a little box as you're doing your meditation and you start getting a thought that says, oh my God, I forgot to buy milk. But you're actually meditating and you're listening to positive music, but your mind is taking you somewhere else. So you grab that thought that it doesn't exist because it's an imagination. You grab it and you put it in a little box. And then you keep meditating and you keep breathing and you start connecting. And then you bring your hands to your heart so that you can connect to your heart center. And you breathe in. And then you're going to get another thought because our mind is thinking millions of thoughts in one day. So it's a mechanism that does not stop. So we have to train our mind to think positive. And it's okay to think negative. If you think negative, take consciousness about it and switch your negative thought with a positive thought so that you can start to train your time and your schedule to be on a more positive state.
One of the things I read, because I like to all those things, and one of the things I read is now we're all conscious about washing our hands, right?
Yes.
So they said, they gave an advice: when you go and wash your hands, since you're investing 20 to 30 seconds to your health, use that time to breathe in and breathe
And breathe
out.
out.
And you, at least you're giving yourself the time to breathe in cautiously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's simple as that. You know how many times I've been breathing
I
since
know. Of
coronavirus?
course, of course.
Because at least, you're doing consciously. You know that, let me do this. Let me concentrate in doing this or that. Joyce, this has
Conscious
been
breath.
amazing.
Conscious breath is so important, Wendy, because breath, breathing is one thing. The breath of life is something completely else. Nobody breathes consciously.
It's
That's why
true.
people have anxiety. They're out of breath. It's stuck. The energy's stuck. No, no, no. Let's release it. Now, I do Kriyas. There's a practice that I do every single morning before I wake. I'm waking up, and that's what I do. And it's breathing.
What is it
It's
again?
called
What is it called?
Kriya. Kriyas.
Kriya.
Okay, so there's prana yoga, there's Kriya yoga. It's not the actual yoga, it's the breathing. So we have to teach ourselves. Why? Because as we oxygenate our cells, we're oxygenating our brain, we're connecting to our soul, our essence, and there's where we're gonna get rid of oh my God, I need to prove to this one, I care what this other person thinks, and all this
Exactly.
stuff that is we don't need, because if not, we won't be living our truth, our reality. So as we breathe, we're actually breathing into our organs, we're breathing into our body, we're grounding ourselves. And so that makes us more alert, more consciousness, less fog, more
Yeah.
memory. And a lot of
We need to give that to our body, not just the physical part, but also the mental. We need to
Oh, we
relax.
need to relax. We need to allow our bodies to relax. If you want, we can
And
close our eyes before. I know we can do a little meditation for everybody. So when whoever
yeah,
sees
of
that,
course.
so let's close our eyes for 2 seconds and let's just really breathe in. This is going to be a very simple meditation, and breathe out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out. And then now we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to allow the breath of life to download in our body, in our lungs, that we recognize in ourselves what it feels like to breathe prana, breathe solar energy, breathe life. And just allow this to go into your body. Allow your body to move and feel goosebumps and feel the vibrations in your body. Experiment yourself. Now breathe in through your nose again. But this time you're going to breathe out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Now we're going to breathe in. And we're going to exhale, but we're going to exhale now with our voice. Ah. And as we breathe in, we're going to exhale all our fears and all our anxieties through our voice. And we're going to allow a new cosmic definition, a new cosmic energy to come into our bodies, that we know how to relax, we know when to relax, and that we can live our day-to-day life relaxing, in joy, in happiness, allowing ourselves to experience this frequency: love, life, joy, expansion, magic. Magic with friendships, magic with family, magic with our children. Being able to experience our life in the present moment, here and now, allowing ourselves to really, really be conscious of our every moment, our every thought, our every breath, our every interaction, our every word, and our every feeling. And so that every day as you wake up in the morning, you feel gratitude, love, and this knowing that everything is going to be fine, everything is well, in your life, in your health, at work, and that you can create better thoughts for yourself, better feelings, and a better reality. Now take a deep breath and just repeat 3 words. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And just integrate your hand with your heart, and that's it. Ah,
Thank you.
okay.
Qué rico. Now that you
Rico.
said thank you, thank you, thank you, yesterday when I went to bed, I was a little extra worried about something. And then I stopped and I said, let me be thankful for what I did and think of what I did instead of what I didn't do,
That's right.
what didn't accomplish. So I started naming everything I did, and I'm like, it was a very productive day. Thank you, God. And I slept happy.
Yeah.
So I think that we really need to be grateful for what we have and what we do and what we accomplish, because we are beautiful
The more we do,
inside
the
out.
more we do this, the more we bring in and we attract more gratitude. So a good thing that people can do is wake up in the morning and write 5 things in a paper that they're grateful for. Yeah, and if you want to take it up a notch, you go outside and you read those what you wrote with nature, and it just gets you more into this state of gratitude, and then you attract more gratitude and you connect with wonderful people like you, Wendy.
Oh, like you, thank you. Now, how can we connect with you?
No, you
Because I know that a lot of people are watching this now and will watch it
later.
later, and would like to know more how to contact you, maybe for therapy
Sure.
classes or one of your oils.
Yes.
Or in the future,
Yes.
once you have your book out, also we want to get it. So how they can contact
I'm
you?
going to write my webpage on this
Okay.
Facebook so people can see it. But
Okay,
it's
perfect.
keepitинtheheart.com, okay?
Okay.
Um,
Keepitинtheheart.com. I'm going to put it also on the comments once I post this video.
and this is my Instagram, Keep It in the Heart. I'm on Facebook, but I'm more on Instagram.
Yes.
But there's my phone number. If you send me a WhatsApp message, I can answer any questions. And then in my website, you
Perfect.
can read a little bit about spiritual divorces. You can also go to spiritualdivorces.com and then read about spiritual divorces. It's a very powerful
Excellent.
method, and it's a release. I have so many testimonies of people getting back together or releasing. If they lost a loved one, people hold their grief for so long. And with one session, you can clear that pain and just feel life again. A lot of people that have moved from country to country also have left half of their energy and their life in that country. With a spiritual divorce, we actually recuperate your vital energy. So it's a very beautiful thing.
Beautiful. And when is going to be on sale? What
I don't have a
month?
date yet, but I'm hoping to launch it in September.
Okay, perfect. So they will contact you,
Yes.
and as soon as they follow you
Yes.
on the social
I will be
media and
telling.
check out your website, you will
Yes.
be posting everything there also so people can get your book.
Yay!
Thank you so much,
Bueno, thank
Joyce, for being
you.
here.
Thank
It
you,
was
thank you.
amazing.
Yes.
I feel so happy.
I'm happy too. We'll be on Instagram
And
soon.
yes, on Instagram soon. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Thank you too. Bye, Wendy. Thank you for
Bye.
your
Take
invite.
care.
Take care.